welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing episode 4 of the Casual Chuck SB19 story time. Let's get on to watching it.
Previously on SB19 story.
SB19 are going to be big stars. They have charismatic, they're hardworking. So my prediction is they're going to break out in a huge way this year. So take that for what it's worth, 18.
The guy who predicted their success was the same guy who indirectly called them cheaters. This tweet didn't drop any names, but this was posted around the time when SB19 got the #1 spot on MTV's Most Requested Artists for 21 weeks.
Wait, what? I'm sorry.
For what it's worth, 18.
The guy who predicted their success was the same guy who indirectly called them cheaters. This tweet didn't drop any names, but this was posted around the time when SB19 got the #1 spot on MTV's Most Requested Artists for 21 weeks in a row, and this was against much bigger artists. So it was clear which fandom he was talking about. This was only one of the many obstacles they had to overcome, because after all these...
Wait, I'm so confused. So the guy who said that they were going to be really good and like make it as big as BTS is the same guy who also said that they were cheating about them winning? How does that make any sense? What?
These years, they turned out to be monsters. Might not look like it, but SB19 are people too. They have social media and they see everything. So it only makes sense that some of these hate has gotten into them.
I feel like I'm never enough. Parang feeling ko I'm fake. Dumating na ako doon kasi minsan hindi lang naman yung mga tao sa paligid ko yung kalaban ko. Sarili ko pa din. Siguro masabi ko hanggang ngayon, nandun pa din siya. Tapos hindi ko pa rin siya natatalo. I wasn't good enough. Parang sinasabi lagi na, hindi ko pa enough, hindi ko pa kaya. Ibibigay ko na lasing. The best lang yan sa akin. Parang, bakit sila kaya nila? Ako hindi ko kaya.
That's so heartbreaking. Like, to be told multiple times again and again that you're never gonna make it, that other people are bigger than you, and that they will forever be bigger than you and you can't make it like they did. I feel like almost every single big artist that talks about things like this, like talks about the struggles of them making it where they are, who have vocally spoken about it in interviews or just speak about it in like their lives that they do with their fans. I feel like all of them really just say how much like they just say like how hard it was for them and like them wanting to give up, and like every single one of them, I feel like almost every single person, artist I've ever heard, group I've ever seen or talk about this stuff always talk about how it's been so hard for them in the beginning, like keeping the motivation up, keeping the spirits alive, to like keep you going. People who are not celebrities, who are not trying to do something really huge with their life, like being a performer, still go through the same thing of themselves not feeling like they're enough. Like Stell said, like it's not just the people around him who are enemies, but he's an enemy to himself. If I can relate to anything, I can relate to that. In literally every single thing that I do, even if it's like my job, for example, the job I have, it's not the career that I want, but it's just the money that's paying my bills and keeping me going. Even that I struggle with, like being nice to myself with. I'm super hard on myself. I try to be as perfect as I can, and nobody is perfect. Nobody can be perfect. It's like it's impossible. No one is perfect. But I have this like weird thing where I have to be really good at something even if I never learned it before. Like for example, I'm in the dental field in my job. Like I work at a front desk in a dentist's office. I know nothing and have no experience when it comes to teeth or anything like that. So going into a field that I have to like know certain procedures and people ask questions and I have to like know how to book things the right way for the right amount of time and like in the columns and stuff like that, like I wanted to be really good at it and I wanted to be good at it in a certain amount of time. And because that certain amount of time I was still going, I'm now starting to be like more comfortable with what I'm doing, but not everything that I'm doing. And it's been over 6 months. That for me is like a problem, you know, like it's like, oh, you're not good enough. You're not doing things right. You're going to lose your job. They're not going to keep you because you're not doing things right. And you are taking too long to learn this stuff. And in actuality, that's not it at all. It's just I have a clock in me that's like, you have to reach this milestone and then this milestone and this milestone at these specific times. And like life is just not like that. Like you cannot compare yourself to everybody else. You can't compare your timeline to other people's timelines, especially artists. Like everyone blows up at a certain time. Everyone has that one video, that one music video, that one song that just blows them up and makes them big, you know? Not everybody is on the same timeline. And if everyone was on the same timeline, things would be kind of bored and people would be like, I don't know. I feel like, why would you want to be on the same timeline as like everyone else? You want to have your own moment, right? So like if you want to have your own moment, then that means your time frame and your timeline and when things are going to pop off for you are going to be different than others. So like it's so easy to say that and think that, but like for actually to feel it and live it every day is also another battle you have to do. And I feel like for them that's even harder because they're celebrities and because they're online and because they are making themselves vulnerable to allow people to criticize them. It makes it even worse, not only of everyone else being your enemy on the outside and hating on you, but also having those thoughts of like you're not good enough and you're not doing a better job than you are. You can do this better and you can do that better, so why aren't you doing it? Like all those thoughts and all those overthinking thoughts and those negative thoughts are also eating away at you. So it's almost like I want to give up. But it takes those strong people like SB19 to not give up even when they feel like that.
I mean, why can't people just embody this mantra?
If you have the chance to be guy, always choose the guy perfect.
And that brings us back to this moment.
5, 6, 7, 1, 2,
Yeah, that's Pablo. If you're new here, you're probably wondering how he ended up there.
When you're spending every day on your own, and here it goes. Tonight.
Just kidding. I will tell the next chapter this time, okay? This was the time when Pablo decided not to be silent anymore. SB19 dropped the Pugy Ball EP, and one of the songs takes a shot against those haters. The lyric video itself screams a lot of shutting them down. The conceptualization is on a different level. Just take a look at this guy. This character literally resembled all 5 members, and the person behind it and all other mind-blowing concepts is Justin. He didn't just come up with these creative concepts, he built them from scratch and oftentimes even used frame-by-frame animation.
That's amazing.
He's a guy who knew what he wants, like a monster hiding behind a beautiful face. And we all knew about the song that produced the...
I think that's like almost one of my favorite things when it comes to like content creating and filmmaking is like, for example, being him, being Justin, and having not only the skill to be a singer and dancer, but also to have that creative mind where you can like picture the scene exactly how you want it. I think I have and feel the same things. Like when I'm coming up with ideas, I not only come up with the idea that I have, but like the vision of what it's gonna look like. I feel like that's almost how most people who have creative minds think. It's like they have an idea and then they have a picture of it, or sometimes they just have the idea but don't know how to complete it or what's the vision. And I think that's just so cool to have that type of mind, to like not only have that mind and be creative, but also to have the resources to make those creative those creative ideas come to real life and fruition. Like, to have your creative ideas come to reality, I think is like so rewarding and so fulfilling and joyful. And I feel like that's something that I want to do. And in my own way, like, have the creative ideas I do want to come to light, and I do want them to become a reality. I just don't have all the puzzle pieces yet to fit all that in, but somehow I'm going to figure it out, just like Justin did.
Most iconic rap line in P-pop. Josh gave it so much justice that it made us forget about his other talents in handling interviews.
So what do you think is the difference between Filipino boy groups and you guys?
But we couldn't say that we are really better than them because we respect them.
Finance, music, gaming, and the world of dance. The dude is a legend in the K-pop dance cover industry along with Stell in Sayon. Even before SB19, Josh was already a monster. This brings us to another song from the EP. My favorite part was the imitation of the monster's laugh. This was done by none other than a monster vocalist himself, Stell. He's just one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life because of his versatility. I mean, only a monster gets called out by a friend to do a freestyle vocal run and ends up making an epic song intro.
You won't believe it.
He turned around like, yeah, you heard it. He looks...
People also tend to forget his ability to sing in lower notes. And speaking of forgotten talents, who would dare forget his ability to dance and teach it at the same...
I want to sing that with Stell. We could be a great duo.
Same time. The man single-handedly choreographed almost all of SB19's amazing dance routines. If that isn't a monster to you, then I don't know what is. Enter the oldest song on the list. This is the song that saved us from virtually everything in the midst of the pandemic. It saved us from boredom, sorrow, anxiety, burnout, homesickness, depression, you name it. My favorite part of the song is the first verse done by Ken. It makes you feel like you want to cry, but you're happy. You know what I mean? He's just effortless in setting up the mood. But when it comes to his talents, he's in no mood to be joking. This guy has a voice that sounds like he came straight from the underworld. The dude can literally do everything from singing, rapping, dancing, writing, producing, entrepreneurship, drawing, shooting balls, playing, to flying. Sheesh, that's a monster right there. Now let's move on to the song that was written out of a laundry routine.
Remember yung time na when we are doing our laundry, nagluluto tayo, tapos sabi ni Pablo, anong gusto niya sabihin sa parents niya? Tapos ayun, doon nagsimula tayo.
You heard it right, it's Mapa. This song broke the hearts of many people all over the world, including mine. This easily became their best song ever because it's very relatable. It pays tribute to our loving parents and gives thanks to them for all the sacrifices they've made for us. The impact was so immense that it was sung in many different languages.
Mama, it's been a while, I miss you. What you've been doing, can I call you? I hope you miss me too. हमेशा हमें ही आगे लगाते हैं इस बार पहले जा सकते हैं ना 因为你是我的眼睛，每次时间都在变化，无呼吸的原野。だからバカにしても泣かないでね。安心して任せてよ。No te apures más, es hora de descansar, mamá. Yo sé, yo ya confía.
The melody takes me back to this unforgettable moment. Everyone's family showed up except for Ken. Then this happened. This moment was so precious because Ken never expected his family to show up.
He was bro crying.
This made Mappa even more special because it was performed by SB19 together with their families. And behind this universal anthem is the mind of a genius himself, the monster in the center of it all, Pablo. If you have noticed, his name is all over every SB19 song we know. Some people say he's got the Midas touch because every song he made was an instant hit. I mean, just listen to how clever the lyrics are in SLMT. He managed to thank us by using our fandom's language without making it sound cringe. And he's not even done. He has so many unreleased bangers that are just waiting to be unleashed. As a group, SB19 earned the infamous nickname, Live Monsters. It's because they move and sound even better when live.
The reason why they're so good live is because they still have soul. They still have you could feel them feeling the music when they sing. Like, they have the emotion, they have the feeling, they have like what they're trying to tell you through the music. They also do that not only through the lyrics but through their vocals, and I think that's what sets them apart and that's what makes them them.
This is one of the main reasons why they have a fast-growing and dedicated fan base. They garnered a lot of support that they managed to reach the global music scene.
This category is fan voted because music is all about the fans. Now let's get into it. This year's 2021 finalists are the girls from Blackpink, the boys from BTS,
BTS, Blackpink, of course.
We have Queen Ariana Grande. Yeah. We have the Filipino boys, Just Like Me, representing SB19. Let's do this. And the ever so incomparable 17. Congrats to all of the amazing finalists. You can vote for your favorite beginning, May, and now let's go back to the studio.
Josh couldn't believe it.
That's amazing. That's an incredible thing to not only be nominated and to be a finalist, but to also be a finalist with the pairing of other artists that there is on that ballot. Like Blackpink, #1 girl group in the world. BTS, #1 boy Korean group in the world. 17, another amazing boy group in the world. And then SB19 is also part of that, as well as Ariana Grande. Come on now. Like, they are in the league. They are in the lineup with the biggest. Period.
He couldn't hold his tears because finally he took a step on their quest for world domination.
I want to dedicate this stream to our friends SB19. So again, congratulations to them for being a finalist in the Billboard Music Awards Top Social Artist. Sobrang nakaka-proud.
But despite all the accolades, we can't deny that some people, even P-pop fans, still doubt them. So let me show you something to shut them up. This is the chart of the most viewed P-pop boy group MVs in the first 24 hours. I intentionally didn't put SB19 there because if I did, this happens. Their songs easily occupy the upper half percentile by a large margin. This begs the question, are they just too far ahead of the game? Or are they just...
Ano ba ibig sabihin ng SB? Kala ko sa mga bakla eh.
So lahat kayo straight.
Like a cake.
K-pop ang dating eh.
K-pop pangit.
Palagay ka ng tattoo sa mukha. Yung kahit hair na lang, tapos nakabahag ka.
Ginabot niyo rin ang launching ng SB19. Sana lang sa dulo.
Maganda kasi yung revenge kasi talaga yung success na ipapakita mo sa mga
Tama yan.
Period. Like, that's the only thing keep me going is like all my low-key haters and the people who are jealous of me and the people who like tell me that what I'm doing and what I want to do with my life is not a real job, it's not a real dream, that I need to be more realistic, is what fuels me and what keeps me going, is to prove them wrong and to tell them when I have everything that I want, I lined up and showed them everything that I have that you told me that I wasn't gonna have and that was not realistic. This is proof, babes. This is proof that everything that I told you is real and is true. And because I believed in it and I manifested it and I worked with the universe and we have a co-relationship where we manifest the things and bring the things that I manifest into reality, this is what happens. This is all the things that I have. Aren't you sad now? Aren't you mad now? Oh, you want money from... Oh, you want to go... Oh, sorry, babe. You can't. Sorry, I don't... with people who don't believe in me. So, bye. 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 One of my favorite episodes that I've watched so far of Casual Chuck, and I'm super excited to watch the other episodes as well. I did see that you guys commented in my last video of one of the episodes that he has other episodes that he came out with for this series, so I'm super excited to those reactions to that as well. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. But don't forget to share this video with whoever you love in your life. And don't forget to also comment in the comment section down below what you guys would like me to watch next. Also, don't forget to follow all my socials in the description box down below. I leave them in every single video, so go check out my socials as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.